Where do Amazon products go to die?
Welcome back to Deaton Street. We're talking about Amazon products and why they kind of fail sometimes, maybe. But before that, if you can, head on down right below the video. Like and subscribe. Hit the little bell if you want to get notified that we're uploading a video. Usually it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 a.m. But hey, you can watch at any point in time.
Yeah.
Doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost us anything. Because if it did, we'd be broke.
No.
Well, maybe not. We don't really have
plenty
that
of money,
many
I think.
subs.
Yeah, we'd be fine.
We have a ton. Yeah. I think we're good.
We are making a push. So we're at
Yeah.
the high 60s right now. It'd be great to get to 100. That'd be dope.
It'd be great to get to 1,000.
Yeah.
you could bump us up right there. Boom. Everybody hit it.
Appreciate it.
Now leave a comment, all that stuff.
Now we're done begging you.
Please.
What we got on deck for you?
So, we recently found a couple of Amazon products, right? Specifically some home robotics, right? So you got your smart home stuff. You have your Echo. I have the home. I won't say the name because it's going to activate in my room. They have smart speakers, smart devices, all this other stuff. The Amazon Astro is a home robot. It came out. The original Astro came around like 2021.
Was announced in 2021.
Yeah. 2021 is about $1,000, $999.99. So it was able, and there's just a little bit of details on it. It was able to map out floor plans and go to specific rooms that you told it to go to. It could recognize faces, deliver items to people, to tell it, hey, go bring this Coke to Bobby Joe down the road or down the hall. It roams around your house when you're not home for security reasons. Make sure things are still good, doors aren't open, all that good stuff. It's a cool idea. I haven't seen anything on it since 2021. I think it is still available for request on the Amazon Marketplace.
Yeah, it's invitation only right now.
Yeah.
You can, however, if I'm going to jump in real quick, you can buy, if you're a business, they've released a $3,000 version, right?
Yeah, it was like $2,500, $2,600, something like that. Yeah.
So you can buy the same product, probably a little more, I would assume beefed up, although how would we know? Because we didn't get the first one. You can actually buy it for your business without invitation only. So it's kind of out in the world, but not really.
Yeah. So that little robot was kind of I don't want to say dead on arrival, but it didn't really go anywhere.
And I think that like the main thing they pushed it for was like security. Right. Yeah. Like this is something that can it's like basically your own little personal security guard for your house.
Yeah.
Which kind of brings us into the second thing.
So the second thing, we're kind of looking up this robotic stuff, right? Zach found a little article about it is the Ring. So this is, at this point, Ring has been a thing. You know, you got your Ring doorbells. It's consumer-based Ring products. Ring stepped into the game and announced their Always Home Cam. It's a drone.
It's a super cool, I don't know the application for it, but it's a super cool product idea.
It's a little box, and I'm sure I'm going to have it overlaid over this, but it's a box that a drone will pop out of and fly around your house with a camera, and it's got like guards on it. It's got object detection. It's got all the stuff. I think it does like 1440 by 1440 resolution, so I think it's like HD. It flies around your house, and it'll record. It'll stream it to the Ring app, and kind of like the Astro and like the business Astro did, where it'll like detect if a door is open or if there's an intruder. Like, you can see that.
One of the
It's
things
not,
that they, I know you'll appreciate this, is why I'm cutting
yeah,
in. One of the things that they marketed, because I was in this, I was very interested in these type of products. One of the things they
yeah.
marketed this for is like, when you leave your house, like, did I leave the stove on? So
Mhm.
this is a product that could help you not burn down your house, Dustin Mallett.
It could. It would have saved Kevin McAllister
There
from
you
having
go.
to fight off
Yeah.
burglars.
Yeah.
And it would have made him be able to go on Christmas vacation
Mm-hmm.
twice. It's a neat product. That was also, I think the article was like 2021 as well.
Right.
So we're kind of in 2024.
What gives? What's going on, man? I mean, this is multiple devices that
Yeah.
Amazon has come out with to much fanfare in the kind of robotic space
Yeah.
that they announced and then marketed, made cool. They have like a whole marketing and production team making these cool
Mm-hmm.
commercials and stuff showing what you can do. And then there's like radio silence for two,
Mm-hmm.
3 years. I mean, these products just go and they just aren't talked about again.
Yeah.
What do you think is happening here? Do you think that Amazon, because obviously there's like a development schedule, right?
Mm-hmm.
Usually like the Apples of the worlds, the Googles of the worlds, they're developing a product right now for release
Yeah.
4-5 years ago or in the future. Do you think that Amazon just like I would do, just make something cool and they're like, we got to show everybody. We got to show everybody
So
this cool drone.
So my theory is for those and for products like that is you have your products that you do go into development with and you're like, we're going to release this. The newest iPhone is going to come out. The
Mhm.
newest Android phone is going to come out. The newest smart clock is probably going to come out. Um, you have items like these robots that are concept items and like beta tested items that go to big conventions like the CES convention that has a lot of like wacky gadgets
Yeah.
that are, hey, we have these ideas, and they will get a kind of a feel on how many people showed up to the booth, how many people really enjoyed the idea, how many people like reserved one of them in the queue, whatever. And they might not have gotten a huge reception on it. So that's kind of why it has either died off or is still in development to make it better for the people that actually beta tested it.
Yeah. And I think too that there's a little bit of uh, these products aren't technologically ready, which is
Mm-hmm.
why they roll them out invitation only. And I
Yep.
think the feedback that they're getting from the folks that have them probably isn't that great. Astro's it's a really cool concept,
Mm-hmm.
but it's kind of a toy for folks that have a lot of money to blow because the use case for it is very low. Like one of the things you said is you could tell it to take a soda
Yeah.
in the other room to
Yeah.
your pops or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of problems with that because it can't actually open the refrigerator. It can't actually grab the
Mm-hmm.
soda. I
You
gotta
have
get
to
up
go and
off my butt and go get a soda and put it in
yeah.
there. And then
So
my house has to be big enough to where I can't just go walk over and give my,
mm-hmm.
pops a soda.
Yeah.
So the niche is very small there. Same thing with like the security aspect of it is
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I have enough stuff worth protecting that I need like a little mini robot kind of venturing around my
I don't know.
house.
Speak for yourself. I mean, we could have used one of those on Deaton Street
Oh,
back in college.
we could have, or we could have just gotten renter's insurance. It would have
Yeah,
been
we could have done
cheaper.
that. Little backstory. We actually, like, when we lived together on Deaton Street, the house got not broken into, a window opened and snuck
Oh, it was
into,
broken
and they
into.
stole.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, it was broken into. I'm just saying they didn't break anything.
sure.
But yeah, they stole my laptop, and needless to say, like, at the time, I had a laptop, the PS3. Zach also had a lot of equipment in the other room. When they stole one of your book sacks or whatever, full of like school books and stuff.
Dude, they stole a really nice, I'm still sad about it, a really
Oh
nice
yeah,
McNeese
yeah.
bookcase and a and one book out of a series
One
of
book.
like 5 books
Gotcha.
that my
So
English teacher actually just like gave me an extra copy of.
yeah,
Meanwhile,
but I
they
mean,
left my MacBook, they left my very expensive guitars, they left my
your
amp. Yeah.
guitars, your amp rack,
Yeah.
your all the stuff.
Yeah.
Like they left all the expensive stuff.
Yeah.
All that to say, a product like the robots could come in handy for that kind of thing. I think it is a little gimmicky.
Yeah.
For that. I mean, realistically, you could just have an inside camera
Or an outside camera in that case.
or an
Yeah.
exactly
We didn't
or
have
an
any
outside
type of
camera.
security back then.
No. And what's funny is I install security cameras now with my job. So
the little they've released Astro for businesses, right? And
yeah.
hypothetically, what if this is for us for warehouses that don't have enough, like it's too much space maybe to cover with high definition cameras. Maybe if someone got into the warehouse, the camera isn't good enough to zoom in and get a high def. You can send a little robot after it.
What would be kind of cool for the business one, speaking like thinking of warehouses, is you could go and let's say if you needed to check and see, I'm thinking of the warehouse that I used to work at in high school, right? Is like truck parts and stuff. So it's not really, there's a computer system that can locate all those things, but I can go and make sure that it's physically on the shelf without stepping away from the customer that I'm having a conversation, building rapport with. Oh, Astro, go check out and see if I have this part on the shelf. That's a cool idea.
You're pitching, you need to connect Amazon and O'Reilly. That's what you need right there.
That's it.
Make it happen. You're the middleman. You get the nice commission. That's actually a good point. That's nice.
You would think that Amazon would have incorporated that themselves with their massive Amazon warehouses.
I used to work there. That's all they got. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's not not to we're kind of in the weeds anyway. So I used to work there. I used to be a picker. And so what a picker does is you have a stall that you're at, and then you have a computer system to your left, and it tells you what bin to get items from and what bin to put it in. And the initial bins that you're picking out of are these robots. It's like the bottom part of a robot with a large cloth like bin system that has like A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope I'm not Amazon. Don't sue me. You got enough money. I think it's proprietary technology. But yeah, and so they already have that. And so at an Amazon facility, at most of them, items don't ever go on shelves. They don't have a bunch of shelves everywhere. What they have is they get stuff in, they load it all into bins. Those bins go out to the center of those floors, and then the outskirts of those floors have humans that are waiting on the robots to come to them. And this is in 2017 I worked there. So this is a few years ago. It's probably better now.
Yeah.
It's much better than Astro, the stuff that they got.
Well, they probably saw the use case and was like, we're much better right now. We don't need it. So we're just not going to continue developing this.
Yeah. Well, I also don't know if those were Amazon like technology. I know it's proprietary technology, but I think they actually bought the company that made those.
Yeah.
Because Astro, in compared to those things, Astro's a joke, man. Like, because what Astro is essentially is it's a little guy that has some wheels, that has some AI technology, and is intuitive in some sense, and can go around and film stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like a little.
That's it.
Yeah. It's kind of like a tattletale is what it is. Like a little tattletale on the wheels that walks around.
It's like something that you would have seen in the movie Smart House that was on Disney way back in the day. That's like, oh, that's a smart house. That's a futuristic house. It's like, oh, that's what the future held. That's kind of lame.
But the cool thing is, on the flip side of that, I think Astro's kind of lame. Although I would want one if it was like $200.
Yeah, it's neat.
The little drone thing. What is the name of that?
The always home cam.
The always home cam. That's cool, but
Mhm.
not for any actual use, because I think it's actually kind of freaky for a use. Like just this thing like flying around your house recording you, and there's
Yeah.
problems with what if someone else gets you into your account. As we said before, you work in technology, I work in privacy.
Mhm.
Ain't no way I'm gonna let my cameras go around flying.
We tend to not install cameras inside of residents'
Right.
houses because then we're like, well, what if you get out the shower
Yeah.
and you just decide to walk around your house naked?
Yep.
That's all recorded.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't do that.
Now,
Make sure you do your blinders on there. But the
right.
the point I was going to make is
Yeah.
that technology, I would never charge it, but I'd leave it up on my shelf because it looks like something out of like Mission Impossible. It looks like spy gear, like real spy gear. And you could like turn it on every now and then, be like, look what I got. And then dun, 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 kind of like flying around.
You'd almost, if it had a speaker and a microphone on it.
Oh, it's got it.
Then
right?
you like, and then, it probably does. I think it does. But like, if you could like send it in the other room and then like tell your wife, hey, what you cooking for dinner? You're like basically Iron Man talking to Peter Parker that first time where he's not actually there in the suit,
I have a little, we've gone off the rails. This is a Friday episode. Who cares?
Yeah.
So I have Amazon devices and like all my thing, right? When I'm like on a golf trip, like on weekends every now and then, my wife often takes a nap in the middle of the day. And if I'm checking in on her, I call her. She's like really bad about like waking up from like a phone call. Right. I'm sorry. I apologize for putting you on blast on a podcast. Hopefully this gets no views. But what I'll do sometimes is I'll drop in, because you can drop in on Amazon devices from your phone, and I'll just be like, Courtney. And it scares the crap out of her, but it wakes her up. So it's actually really nice. It would be hilarious to do that with
stuff.
Be hilarious to do that with a little drone and
just she'd be sleeping and it would just be like right in her face.
Courtney,
I see you.
Courtney, wake up.
Courtney,
wake up. I've talked myself into this. I want them to get their act together and release this thing so I can give them, what is it supposed to be? $250.
Yeah, $250.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's not a bad price. It's $250 for a neat little drone.
You could also buy
actually got
a little DJI drone for not $250. Yeah.
No. No. They're much more expensive than $250. But I mean, it's neat because it's got a pretty decent functionality to it at a fairly decent price for what it is. I mean, the fact that you have a drone with object detection, that it ain't gonna bump into stuff, that's cool.
I bet that's why they haven't
You're
released
not gonna knock crap over.
I bet they want that. They don't got that. That's what I bet. I bet that's. I would love. I don't think it has it. I think it's probably bumping into everything all the time.
That's why the camera's in the middle and the fan, the actual propellers are like in a guard, so it's probably bumping into stuff.
If it ever comes out, and we ever get YouTube money, because I'm not going to spend my real money on this, but if we ever get any YouTube money, it'd be dope to like buy some and record an episode on them.
Well, okay.
Just so like walk around the house with it.
Oh yeah.
If it has like some type of tracking.
That's the other thing too, though. I think it is only for like short spurts that it's going to fly around.
You're techie. We can hack it.
Oh God, you got a lot of faith in my techiness. Good Lord. You're going to hack it.
You can make an Ethernet cable. What's, Ethernet cable, hacking a drone.
That's one and the same thing. That's in the same family. Yeah. Absolutely.
We got to wrap this up. We're 20 minutes in. We've been, man, let us know what's going on with Amazon. Why are they coming out with these robotic products and then, burying them or just not talking about it? I mean, do they think we've forgotten?
Would you get,
go ahead.
As I say, would you get one of the robots? Would you get a at-home security drone? Astro?
I'd probably get one, just put like googly eyes on it.
Yes.
Peace.
See ya.
I'm walking the streets of nowhere. I'm playing